Benjamin Blakeman, and I'm here to talk about how do MRI machines work. First off, has anyone in here ever had an MRI machine scan or had know someone who has? Good. And also, the purpose of me coming across this topic is because when I was younger and I was playing soccer, I had to have 3 different MRI scans from stress fractures, 2 in my shin, and then 1 in my L5, lowest part of your spine. So first, it stands for magnetic resonance imaging, and they're made up of 4 different parts. First, the magnet, which spins around in a circle when it's turned on, and then the gradient coils, which divert the magnetic field into certain parts of your body at different strengths, and then they're the gradient coils, resonance coils that receive the information. So first off, MRI machines use a magnet that spins around our body, and the gradient coil adjusts magnetic field into smaller sections at different magnetic strengths to isolate specific body parts. And then the reason why these MRI machines work are because of the water molecules in our body, since the hydrogen atoms are magnetic. So whenever it's turned on, the water molecules get all arranged into a specific alignment and spin with the magnetic field. And then there are certain low frequency water molecules that don't spin with the field or the magnet, so the magnet it picks up on that and it sends energy directly to those specific molecules, and then that's how the image is created based off those molecules' movement. So Berger stated, when additional energy in the form of radio wave is added to the magnetic field, the magnetic vector is deflected. The radio wave frequency that causes the hydrogen nuclide to resonate is dependent on the element sought and the strength of the magnetic field. So each MRI machine has different magnetic fields, like strengths, depending on the type of body part or tissue that they are planning to scan. It ranges from like 0.5 to 1.5. So then also Berger stated, when the radio frequency source is switched off, the magnetic vector returns to its resting state, and this causes a signal, also radio wave, to be emitted. It is this signal which is used to create the MR images. Like I said at the beginning, it's those resonance coils that receive this information coming off of the low frequency water molecules, because once the magnetic is turned off, they go back, only those molecules go back to that exact position. And then once the images are created, they are 3-dimensional, and they are used, doctors use them to analyze from there. And just some history of MRI machines. Lindsay stated, although many scientists are working with magnetic fields in nuclear magnetic renaissance, for many decades prior to the invention of the scanning device, the MRI system as we know it today would not be possible without the superconducting magnet, which was developed by Oxford Instruments. And then in the 1960s to early 1970s, researchers discovered that different tissues produce different signal strengths. So this is also one of the reasons why we need different magnetic strengths. So you just use the smaller magnet for the tissues and other body parts that don't need that strength. And in 1973, Paul Luxemburg created the first 2D image using magnetic gradients. This showed other researchers how to turn NMR signals into images, which led to the MRI imaging. And 1977, Raymond Damian built the first full body MRI machine and scan, which took almost 5 hours for the scan to be completed. And that is Mr. Damian right there. And then somewhere between 1980s and 1990s, MRI machines became commercially available. And here's just some of the basic pricing. So the smaller companies that need MRI machines just go with the entry level that don't get as many people coming in, and they range from 95 to 150,000, and then advanced 200 to 375,000, and then premium anywhere from 400,000 and up. And then for if you were to go into the office and get an MRI scan, it would range anywhere between $400 and $12,000 depending on what body part and what specific need you need to have scanned. There's some of the things, why are they important? They do not use harming radiation that like x-rays or CT scans do, so they are 100% safe for the body. And then they help diagnose different things like tumors, stroke, cancer, help detect abnormalities in your blood, how your blood vessels are coming and how the strength of your heart. And then also the difference in size and abnormalities in soft tissue. And they can also safely monitor a pregnant lady's baby. And then why I'm doing this topic, they can detect many injuries like stress fractures. And here are my sources. Any questions?
What was the injury that we had to get the MRI? How did that happen?
Oh, I had to get one?
Yes.
So I was playing soccer and it's turf. It was on artificial turf. And just over time, which in English I'm doing a project on this right now, artificial versus grass, and then non-contact injuries to do with it. So it just